In a few weeks, this stadium will host the single most watched sporting event in human history. Over 5 billion people around the world will be tuned in. 82,500 fans will be packed inside. And the team that lifts the trophy here will be immortal. But almost nobody knows what it actually took to make this stadium ready. What's underneath the pitch? What's hidden inside the walls? And why FIFA chose this exact building out of every stadium on Earth to host the 2026 World Cup Final. This is inside MetLife Stadium. MetLife Stadium sits in East Rutherford, New Jersey, about 8 miles west of Manhattan. On a normal day, it's home to 2 NFL teams, the New York Giants and the New York Jets. It opened in 2010, cost $1.6 billion to build, and covers 2.1 million square feet. To put that in perspective, you could fit the entire Yankee Stadium inside this building and still have room left over. It holds over 82,500 seats across 3 tiers. It has 218 luxury suites spread across 4 levels, over 10,000 club seats. And for the World Cup, FIFA renamed it. You won't hear the name MetLife during the tournament. FIFA has a strict no sponsorship naming policy, so for the duration of the 2026 World Cup, it's officially called New York, New Jersey Stadium. But whatever you call it, right now it's the most important sports venue on the planet. This wasn't a guaranteed decision. AT&T Stadium in Dallas actually has a higher capacity, around 94,000 seats.
So why did MetLife get the final? A few reasons. First, location.
MetLife sits minutes from New York City, one of the most recognizable cities on Earth. FIFA knew that the imagery of the world's biggest sporting event taking place in the shadow of the Manhattan skyline was simply too powerful to pass up. Second, transportation. New York's infrastructure can absorb hundreds of thousands of international visitors in a way that almost no other American city can. And third, the stadium's track record. MetLife has hosted Super Bowls, major concerts, and international sporting events at the highest level. FIFA needed a venue that had already proven it could handle the pressure. MetLife had the receipts. Here's something most fans have no idea about. MetLife Stadium doesn't have grass. It has artificial turf, the same synthetic surface the Giants and Jets play on every NFL season. FIFA won't allow artificial turf at a World Cup. They require natural grass. So in May 2026, crews began one of the most complex grass installation projects in sports history. They brought in approximately 20 truckloads of Tahoma 31 Bermuda grass, a specific high-performance variety grown over 10 months at a farm in North Carolina. And here's where it gets interesting. FIFA originally planned to source the grass from a farm in New Jersey, but severe winter weather destroyed the entire crop. The backup plan kicked in, and Carolina became the supplier. Underneath that grass is a multi-layer system. 2 feet of sand laid over the existing artificial turf infrastructure, a full irrigation network, and a vacuum ventilation layer to keep the roots breathing. A network of HVAC units then regulates the surface temperature to keep the grass alive and playable through the summer heat. The pitch alone is an engineering project. To fit a FIFA regulation soccer field inside a stadium built for American football, MetLife had to make a permanent-looking change that most people still don't know happened. 1,740 corner seats were physically removed, gone. In their place, engineers installed a modular composite steel system, a reconfigurable structure that can be dismantled after the World Cup and allow different setups in the future. This matters because a soccer field is wider than an NFL field, and FIFA requires specific run-up areas behind the corner flags. Without removing those seats, the field simply wouldn't fit to regulation. It's one of those unglamorous details that nobody talks about, but without it, New Jersey doesn't host the final. Walk inside MetLife and the scale hits you immediately. The seating bowl is split across 3 massive tiers. The lower bowl wraps the field, the club level sits in the middle with its 10,000 premium seats, and the upper deck rises steeply, giving even the highest row a genuine sightline to the pitch. At each corner of the upper deck hang 4 HD video boards, each one measuring 30 by 116 feet. In 2025, the stadium upgraded to 8mm high-resolution LED corner boards and redesigned its entire audio system, adding over 1,000 speakers throughout the seating bowl. So when a goal goes in during the World Cup final, 82,500 people are going to feel it. Outside the building, 10 LED pylons stand at the stadium entrances, each one 54 feet tall and 20 feet wide, displaying video content connected to whatever is happening inside. At night, this building becomes a beacon visible for miles.
Most people watch a World Cup final on TV and never think about what it takes to put that broadcast together. For MetLife, FIFA requires over 200 individual broadcast feeds simultaneously. To handle that, temporary broadcast compounds have been constructed in the stadium parking lots. These are essentially small cities of trucks, cables, satellite dishes, and production equipment built specifically for this event and then dismantled afterward. Camera positions have been drilled into the stadium structure at dozens of angles. The pitch-level cameras, the aerial cameras, the goal line cameras, the behind-the-net cameras, cameras inside the tunnel. Every angle of this final will be captured and sent out live to broadcasters in every country on Earth. The logistics of that operation alone would fill a separate video. Hosting the World Cup final just outside New York City means the security operation is unlike anything a sporting event normally requires. We're talking about heads of state attending, global dignitaries, A-list celebrities, and a potential crowd of nearly 100,000 people from every corner of the planet. The security perimeter extends well beyond the stadium itself, into the parking lots, the transit corridors, the surrounding roads. The airspace over MetLife will be a restricted no-fly zone during the final. Federal agencies are involved, not just local law enforcement. And inside the stadium, the technology includes advanced surveillance systems, access control checkpoints at every entry point, and dedicated secure zones for VIP and official FIFA guests that regular ticket holders never get anywhere near.
Here's what gets me about MetLife Stadium. On any given Sunday in September, it's just a football stadium. The Giants lose a game. The Jets lose a game. Fans go home. But on July 19th, 2026, that exact same building becomes the center of the world. 5 billion people watching. The greatest players on Earth on that pitch. A nation lifting a trophy for the first time, or a dynasty cementing its legacy. And underneath all of it, 20 truckloads of grass from a farm in North Carolina, 1,740 missing seats, and 2 feet of sand sitting on top of artificial turf. The magic of sport is that none of that matters when the whistle blows. But knowing what went into it, that's what makes it extraordinary.